So I got 3 coats of black. I did 2 coats on the whole thing, and then wow, look, I can actually see it. That's $2. Man, wow, who's that good looking guy right there? But this is $2 Lowe's paint. So I did 3 coats in the center and 2 coats in the total thing. I didn't feel like I needed to go extra because this is just gonna be a number, an 8 in the center, and everything else is gonna be white. So I just wanted enough that it'll be pretty thick, and then I figured I'd just paint a big circle, that way I can mask, because I don't know where my tape's gonna be. But oh god, I'm dying. Yeah, this thing looks pretty sweet already. I'm gonna let this dry, come back in about 10 minutes, put some tape on it, then hit it with some white. So we'll be right back. So I got the 8 and I did this A. So in SCCA, AS stands for American Sedan, like Mustangs, Camaros, V8 cars. But I didn't have enough room for an S, so I figured I'd try it. But I'm just gonna peel this off and paint it. But we're gonna see how it works first. Ugh, it's really stuck. The white paint definitely seemed, where did I grab? Harder to paint with than the black paint, but it looks like it's gonna turn out pretty good. Oh man, it looks great. So yeah, what I should have done is move the 8 over more, then I would have had more room for AS, and I suppose I could have put it right there or something, AS later, or AS over there. Oh well, but I'm gonna make that disappear real quick. Well, the A is still visible, but that's okay, because I'm gonna sand this all to make it look like crap later to match the car. So now I'm just gonna peel all this off. I want to be quick, but actually it won't matter because the whole car looks like crap, and I wanted this to look old. And this is nice and shiny. Oh, feast your eyes. So awesome. It looks like garbage. All right, so this will be the only stuff that gets spray painted. Everything else is gonna be hand painted. So we're just gonna start pulling this off. We're gonna do this on the other side. So we'll save that. We'll save all the cardboard. Gonna need it. Yeah, baby. Doesn't match the car. We're gonna have to sand this, make it appear as if it's trash, like it was done back in the 60s. Yeah, because look at the rust I'm uncovering. Oh no, it missed it. Looks like I got some, never mind, it's just dirt. Come on. You know how much horsepower this added? Voila, phase one. I did mess up the spacing here. You can see that's much wider than there, and it's kind of bothering me a lot. I could sand the two and try to move it over, but it is the sausage pony, so it doesn't really matter. But that's why I did the passenger side first, mainly because I'm gonna see the driver's side. But the thing with the driver's side is, I'll show you this. So all of this paint that's already chipped off, I am not going to paint on that. So I'm gonna mask all that off so it looks older. So 90% of the lettering on this side is not even gonna be there. And then we got a lot of paint flaking here that you can see, just trash. So I'm gonna do this side, but I'm gonna back the car. Well, I can't get it to go in reverse, but I'm gonna move the car and put it on the other side. Maybe. I mean, this truck has crap paint too, you can see. And it's starting to rust. It was a Michigan truck. Anyway, lightning isn't in the video. But I got a couple more things to do. I think I'm only gonna do the circle and then the back thing for now. I had some other ideas for up here on this fender, this section here, paint something there. And I was even toying with the idea of maybe putting something right here. So I'm gonna get to it. So slight deviation in plans here. I mocked this sign up, same exact measurements as the other side. And right here is going to say driver and then James Hartwick right here. And I was afraid, so the other side is not centered. It is actually pushed off center towards the back of the door about 1 to 2 inches, I believe I did. But this side, I might, not that far back, I just moved it. But we will see where my name goes and then how far we can move the circle to make it look correct or whatnot. And right here, this is gonna be trickier because the other side I started in the back, doing the S over here and just carried the words forward. But here I have to start at the same thing, and I don't have any stencils to just put to space it out and then paint. It's all hand painted, and I have very poor, my hands are made for like brute stuff. I tried to learn the piano once and I suck. I don't have much dexterity, if that's the word, in my fingers for precision stuff. So painting, you know, I'm like, oh, I suck. But I'm going to try my best, and this is the driver's side, so I want my side to look the best. And you're saying, look the best, dude, look what you got going on here. That's character. So I guess if I mess it up, I just don't want it to say like second to no. Like, I want to have enough words. So do I start spell it backwards? I feel like my brain will mess up and I'll be like O-N. See, I already messed it up. E-N-O-N. Then I'd do like write two backwards or something. I already messed up none in my head. This is how my brain works, guys. But my phone is getting close to max storage and it's pretty hot, so I don't know how much I'll be able to record with this, but I'll try my best. America. update. I got it all masked off, except for this. I think it'll be fine, but I gotta shut the doors so no overspray goes on this stuff. And I thought this was funny, by the way, while we're here. So check this out. Total trash can of a car. And that truck's actually not bad. It's just like mildly restored, like just the stuff that would make creature comforts good, but it still looks old. But in front of each one of these cars is a fully restored version of it. This Mustang, a fully restored Mustang. And in front of that F100, a fully built Resto Mod truck. So I just thought that was funny. I just happened to park them right in front of that. Okay, but back to this. I'm about to paint it. Might as well call me Picasso, baby. Look how good I did it. Painted this baby up. I actually pictured this much smaller, but oh well. Check that out. Put some tape in there and then peeled it. So I'm gonna make this probably look old. I don't know. It might do it by itself. And then here, tell me what you guys think about this. So I didn't paint where paint had fallen off to make it look like it was already there. Should I just paint it to match the other side? Because no one will know what this means. You'll roll up on this and you'll be like, what the heck? So, see, this side, the paint was good. And I was thinking about painting right here, Hartwick Performance, but I think that might be a little too much right now. I'll just phone over. Sweet. All right, to make the sausage pony even cooler, I ordered these high performance badges that are found on a K code, but the inline 6 car doesn't have any badges. Like a 289 typical C code, A code has holes where it says 289, but there'll be an extra one you can see right there for the high performance badge. So to get measurements, luckily for me, I have an actual K code. So this is a real factory K code here, and it still has the high performance badges on it. So I can kind of see, I can measure, try to find out where it's at, but I have the fender off this side removed because it was damaged. You can see, but it's got it right there. So I can measure the holes off of this seam here and then drill them in the inline 6 fender. Oh, geez, my bad. It's full of leaves and water. It smells horrible. Okay, I'm gonna measure. Okay, so these holes ended up being 1/4, and you can see these little things here. I'll show you. I have one right here. So, oh geez, you can see it goes in there. It has prongs, so it is like a resistance fit, I think it's called, or something like, I don't know what it's called. But this goes on first, this badge, and this little prong on the back sticks through that, and it kind of pinches it. See, that's even angled like it tapers. And then this badge goes through his other holes. I'm reusing this. This was from the restoration car on the other side of this. So I'm just gonna put that through. So let's do it. I'm looking scraggly. I need to go get a haircut. Anyway, bad news. So I just went to move the sausage pony to my front yard so that everyone driving by gets to bask in its glory, and figured I'll check the oil, you know, just it at least deserves that. Well, it's gas. Its oil is gasoline. It is almost pure gas. I think that there's a touch of oil in there, so that's not good. Like, not good at all. I can change it, but changing the oil won't fix some reason why it filled with gas. So that's not good. And here, I'll flip the camera on and show you the engine. So the sad thing was, I pulled this engine. This engine has a nice cam in it, and when I had pulled this engine and put the cam in, it had already been burning oil. Like, I think that the cylinder walls have no crosshatch, that's what I'm betting. But I was a kid when I did. I was like 17 and blew the transmission up, so when I put a new trans behind it, I thought I'd make more power anyway, and threw a sweet cam in it. I mean, you guys hear this thing, it sounds sick. And then I just painted it all and put some stuff on it. Even though it looks cool, it's like a stock 66 Ford Fairlane engine. So this, it honestly probably needs rebuilt. It's probably leaking gas past the rings and stuff. But I don't know. Kind of dampens everything. So I was gonna fire this baby up. Well, I may be in luck. So I was like, man, I do not want to change the oil on it. Actually, I don't even know if I have a filter. You don't have to change that. But anyway, so some of you know, my family got hit by a drunk driver, and my wife's car is gone. So my wife has my truck right now. So I have no way of getting to the store unless I take a Mustang, but it still has a bent wheel. The Vossen is still bent from February, 13 months ago. So I was like, man, I don't know. And I've got good oil, like Motorcraft oil. I keep some containers over there for the Mustangs in my truck, but it's like 5W20, way too thin for this old stuff. So I just started looking around the shop, and I'll show you what I found. I actually found stuff. So this is what I found. This oil I bought like 3 years ago, and it had 2 quarts left of 15W40. So I dumped that into this 5W20 that had half a quart. So I've got 2.5 quarts of these two mixed, and I was like, that's not enough. Then I found this 10W30, some break-in oil. Can't see, but it's just under, it's like 1/4 of a quart. So I was like, I got some of that, but that doesn't even put me at 3 yet. Then I found this 5W30. That's way too thin for a 289, man, especially a very well broken 8-year-old car. But where is it? It's got that much though. So I think we're gonna mix all 4 of these oils. So we've got CarQuest 1540, Pennzoil 520, Comp Cam Break-In 1030, and then Mobile 530. What can go wrong? All right, so half a quart of this, 2 quarts of this, 1/4 of a quart of that. So those 3 combined put us at 2 3/4 quarts. And then I added 2 1/4 quarts of this to put it at 5. So the largest amount is 530. The second largest is 1540. I don't know, I mean, any oil at this point is better than just gasoline. So we're gonna dump that in. I totally lucked out. I was about to reuse that filter, and I couldn't shake all the liquid out of it, and it really is gasoline, guys. It's Like it's tinted with oil. So I don't know where the oil went. I mean, well, it got burnt. But anyway, so as I'm doing this, I remembered that my wife cleaned the garage where I used to work, and everything that was in the garage got put into the bed of my truck, and I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I remembered that I just emptied it all in front of the F100 just because I needed the truck and didn't have time, and now it's been sitting there for like a month. Well, anyway, years ago when I did Godzilla, I went and bought so many oil filters, just random, to try to fit stuff. I'll show you. I dug a couple out. I found 2, and check this out. So these are 2 that I found, and I tried this little stubby one, and I know I could look these numbers up and find out actually what they fit, but it's much faster just to try them. Well, then check this one out. This is a MGL 51068. Well, it's perfect. It fit perfect. I tried it and I put it back in the bag. I don't know why, just to show you guys, but it fits. And there's the old one. I'll show you the size I usually use. So I usually use just absolute massive filters. Like, check this out. This thing is huge. It's a Bosch 3500, and I've been running these on 289s forever. But this one isn't too bad. Oh, jeez. I mean, this is still larger than a Coyote, the one that comes on a Coyote. Those are tiny. I got a case of them in there. So I'm gonna fill this up, screw it on. I mean, this is the size of my hand, roughly. So we're gonna send it, and it's free. Sausage pony is topped off with oil. I dumped it all in there. I hope it's good. I'm just worried that it's going to, maybe the float was stuck or something. Whatever it is, I'm worried it's just going to siphon gas and dump it back into the oil and just ruin it. And I really only did this so that I could drive it about 150 feet to my front yard and then shut it off and let it sit there. So I really don't want to have to put 5 quarts of oil and a filter in it every time. So who knows? But I know that the engine, I wouldn't really trust it to drive like a long distance or whatnot. But without further ado, what's a video without hearing this thing rev? So let's move it. Well, it probably doesn't have any gas in it. Maybe once more, I don't know. There we go. 50 pounds of oil pressure. Yeah. See that line? Why does there seem like there's air in it? I don't know. Should I just rev the hell out of it cold? Nah. As old zip ties and bias plies do. This thing, man, I can't find reverse, and it's the rear end's clunking, making weird noise. I haven't gone above like 4. Man, all right, I'm gonna try to start it and drive it. I got no way to hold the camera other than me. Seems like it needs like a tune or something. It wants to surge and shit. But alright. I've got no reverse. There's like a Pro Touring Camaro. Alright. Come on, baby. Oh, shit. Oh, we're gonna rip it. Oh, shit. Backfiring like a motherfucker. in second. I don't know what RPM. Sounds around 1800. Surging, bucking, back and forth. Backfiring. I think we're gonna have to adjust some timing, maybe a fuel ratio, FR. I got no mirrors. Come on, shift. Doesn't want to shift. Brakes are weak. Is that first? I don't even know. Nope. There we go. All right. I'm gonna get the cops called on me. It won't go in gear, man. Damn shifter. I'm in neutral, just cruising down the street. Come on, it's gonna light on fire. All right, there's maybe first. I don't know. Yep. Oh, we're back home. I'm gonna turn it around and park in my yard. A lot of smoke. We need a fire extinguisher, maybe. It's making a weird noise. Definitely from the radiator. Smells kind of like coolant, which there is some right there. It's cheeching pretty good out of all this. See that? And I banged on the carb with the battery clamp to hold the battery on. And just in case that was a float stuck. My dog escaped and was chasing me during that whole thing, so the neighbors saw this pile driving with a German Shepherd in hot pursuit. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't light on fire, and let it sit here for a while, because it's tough to drive. So it needs total tuning, probably a new carb, and could use the shifter rebuilt for sure. There's no reverse. Shifter's super gummy. It's impossible to find gears. So, and it needs lots of work. But all that put aside, check that out. All right, well, that concludes this episode of the Sausage Pony. Let me know what you guys think about writing hard performance on it right here, and if I should fix the back over there and fill it in all the way, or leave it the way it is where it looks like it was old and chipped off. And I am gonna wet sand all the numbers that I did on the door to make them appear old. That's why I painted them all black behind it and then white, so when I sand it, it'll give it a more worn pattern. But yeah, definitely needs a lot more work before it's fully roadworthy. It runs like garbage, which the whole car is trash. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.